यशोदानन्दन ब्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातीरवनचारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा माधव राधे जय राधा माधव राधे जय राधा माधव राधे जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव जय विघ्न विनाशन जय नरसिंह देव भक्तवत्सल जय नरसिंह देव जय विघ्न विनाशन जय नरसिंह देव भक्तवत्सल जय नरसिंह देव जय जय प्रभुपाद जय 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 प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल जय जय श्री राधा माधव की जय 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 श्री भक्त सर्व विघ्न विनाशन नरसिंह देव की जय भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय पतित पावन श्री श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्ण एवरीवन
Hare Krishna Mathaji. Thank you Mathaji for your melodious voice. Hare Krishna dear devotees. Let us welcome Sindu Mathaji. Today is the session number 6 and the topic is chapter 5 Karma Yoga Action in Krishna Consciousness. Hare Krishna Sindu Mathaji.
Hare Krishna Atul Prabhu. Hare Krishna dear devotees. Welcome to the session once again. Thank you so much for this opportunity that you've given me to talk about Bhagavad Gita. Today we are going to start looking at Bhagavad Gita chapter 5. So you may be wondering what is this, isn't it? Because yesterday itself we finished what karma, vikarma and akarma is. Then what is this karma yoga, you may be thinking, but you will very quickly understand how Krishna tells us how to perform karma. Very intelligently, expertly, he tells us how the karma that we do is transformed. Whatever karma you're doing, right? It is transformed into a karma yoga. Karma yoga is, what is yoga? Yoga is nothing but, meeting the Lord, being very close to the Lord, or making a connection towards the Lord. The today's yoga is different, where we think it is an exercise, it's a form of exercise. It is, in a way, trying to prepare your body, but the ultimate result of yoga should be what happened? Sorry, let me share again. The ultimate purpose of yoga should be that we make a connection to the Lord, right? That should be the purpose of yoga. But unfortunately, today's yoga system, what we try to do, it is not that real yoga, isn't it? We try to change our body with that yoga, with today's yoga. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's start as usual with prayers. Without the mercy of Krishna and Guru, we cannot understand even a single word of Bhagavad Gita. Although it is right in front of you, you will not be able to understand without their mercy. So let's all join our hands in a prayer, asking the mercy of Guru to help us understand this chapter. Please join your hands with me. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा श्रीनिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Let's pay our obeisances to our founder Acharya A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Our Shiksha Guru Suranath Prabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome once again to the session. And today we're going to go through Bhagavad Gita chapter 5. This is a very important chapter. Although it is a very small chapter, it is very, very important. Before we get started, we'll just quickly review what we understood yesterday. Yesterday's chapter was Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. We were trying to understand what is knowledge. In English, it is transcendental knowledge. In Sanskrit, it is termed as Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Why is it called so? Because, it is a kind of jnana. We were talking about what knowledge is, right? And what is eternal knowledge? We were trying to understand what eternal knowledge is. Who can acquire that eternal knowledge? Because Arjuna was a friend and a devotee of the Lord. He was able to, Krishna was able to reveal that knowledge to him. In the same way, we have to take a very humble position and give up our ego and our position to understand this knowledge. We have to humbly request our gurus to unfold this knowledge to us. It is very difficult to understand unless we take a very humble position. And how do you get this knowledge? Just following the instructions of a guru. It may be a difficult one to follow in the beginning, but just start following as much as your capacity, and slowly you will be empowered by the Lord to perform more bhakti, right? And then we understood the Guru's parampara, how this Brahma Gaudiya Madhva parampara is coming. There are 4 paramparas we did discuss, and everything is coming from Krishna only. All the other 4 paramparas, the Shri parampara, the Rudra parampara, the Kumara parampara, and the Brahma parampara. The Brahma parampara is the one which we are in right now. All this is coming from Krishna only. Out of the 4, 2 are gone. It's wiped out of the face of the earth. I think I don't remember which other parampara is still existing. I think it is Shri parampara is still existing. Apart from that, the other 2 is completely gone. It is broken. The chain is broken. Okay. Brahma parampara and Shri parampara is still continuing to serve. Brahma parampara is continuing because of ISKCON, and Shri parampara, there is a little trace of it here and there even now. And then we understood what accurate understanding is, right? What is accurate understanding? The misconception that I am born in a Brahmana family, so I will get liberated. That is not true. They also, whoever is born in a Brahmana family also should perform austerities and penance to continue that knowledge. They may have started that knowledge, but for them to continue and become perfect, they also have to strive very hard. And all paths leads to the same destination. Hare Krishna. So the all paths lead to the same destination is incorrect. I gave you an example of buying a ticket to Mumbai and trying to reach Delhi, which is not possible. In material world, if it is not possible, after death, how is it possible for the soul to reach that destination, isn't it? That's what we understood. Now, I will ask a question and all of you can answer it in the chat and we will review it at the end. What is transcendental knowledge? There were 3 pointers that we discussed to understand what is transcendental knowledge, and 3 points were discussed yesterday. So whichever you remember, or all 3 if you remember, you can put it in the chat, but let's try and see if we can get that in the chat going. And at the end of the session, I will review that and I'll give you an answer to that. Then the next one is a reactionless. How to perform karma without any reaction, without the karma bandhana. We try to understand that there are 3 types of karmas. The one is a karma, which is pious activity, which is the akarma, where it is devotional service, and another one is a vikarma, which is impious activities. Karma and vikarma ultimately causes bandhana. Whether it is good deed or bad deed, both to enjoy the fruits of it, you have to come back to this world. But akarma is the only one where there is no karma bandhana. And then we finally summarize the class with the last point, which is surrender. What is surrender? Just listening to the Guru, following the instructions of the Guru, and understanding that the scripture is true. We cannot doubt the scripture. Understanding the glory is what happens, understanding the benefits of understanding this, right? This transcendental knowledge, what is the benefit of knowing that? And having an ounce, a little bit of faith in it, right? Not doubting it. And that way you will be able to gain that knowledge. Once you gain even a little bit of knowledge, it becomes clear. In the beginning, you may have some speculation, some doubt, but just a leap of faith, they say, right? So a leap of faith will take you a long distance. Yesterday, I made a point at the end of the session saying that this akarma or this devotional service you can do while you're in this material world also. It is not that you can only perform devotional service or akarma or gain this transcendental knowledge only when you go to the spiritual world. Even staying in this world, you can do karma and still not get attached, or karma bandhana will not be there. So what I was trying to say is you can do or perform activity like the usual activity in this material world, although it is binding. If you look at the karma bandhana, the karma in this material world, everything is karma bandhana. It is causing an attachment, but still you can perform an activity, the same activity without karma bandhana, I said. That is the connecting link to today's class. Krishna is going to further explain how to stay in this world, be a person of this world and the society, continue to do your activities and still get liberated and still be in the liberated state. You're already liberated. How to be in a liberated state while you are surrounded by all these moha and karma bandhana? How to do that and still not get attached to it? That is what Krishna is going to say. So that is a connection between yesterday's and today's. We understood what transcendental knowledge is. Now we are going to understand how that karma bandhana, that karma can be done without attachment. That's it, staying in this world, staying in this material world. So stay in this world. That is the first section. And then the 3 doers. See, when you do karma, who is the one who is doing it, right? We will try to understand that a little bit. And equal vision. When you look at others, you need to have an equal vision. How do I get that equal vision? How do I see everybody equal, right? Whether it is my neighbor, my friend, my child, everybody should be same. Na dveshati, na kankshati, right? You don't have na priyosmi, na dveshasti. That means you're not a friend or an enemy to anybody. Krishna is like that. How can we be like that, right? And then finally, the peace formula, the essence of the entire Bhagavad Gita, right? That peace formula, which we are all searching today, will be given today, okay? So the acronym for today is STEP, Stay in the World, 3 Doers, and Equal Vision, and and then we will see what is the peace formula. Those are the things which we are going to go through. Okay, let's get started. Sorry. Stay in the world. How do I do it? Confusion again, whether I should work or announce. See, because this karma is causing a lot of bandhana, I don't want to work, I want to give up work. That is a wrong understanding. People talk about nirvana and not doing work. Oh, it causes sins. It causes whatever I do causes an effect or a sin. So I don't want to do activity. Some people reject the activities. And here, Bhagavad Gita is giving us that knowledge that you cannot reject your activities, you cannot reject your family, you cannot reject your job in office, you cannot reject your position in the society, because that is a wrong, false, falgu vairagya, that we shouldn't do. How it is, the difference between those two, we will see quickly here. Work in devotion. So, how do I do work without getting that attachment or sinless work? How do I do that? Allow us to act from our eternal position. That means you're understanding who I am and doing it. When you understand who am I, then when you do it, why are you doing it? You're doing it for Krishna. The self is taken out of the picture. Then it becomes work in devotion. Whether you are a teacher and teaching the students, you will teach with more love, right? Whether you're a wife serving the husband and children, you will serve with more love. And whether you're a husband going out to work for the family, you're having so much of interest and that love towards your family, and you will do it. You will not do it cribbingly. Some people say, this is my prarabdha, I have to do, I have to take care. No, you will do it very happily, because you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it for Krishna. The minute that delegation from you, that concentration from you goes to the Lord, automatically you will feel happy about it. As long as you feel you're in control, there is a lot of frustration. But once you give up that control, it becomes easy. That is what Krishna is trying to tell us. Renunciation. Soul is always active, difficult position to maintain. See, one of the attributes of the soul is it is very active. Okay, it has to keep doing some activity. For example, if I tell you, sit quietly, make sure you have no thought. Can you do that? The minute the mind becomes a vacuum, it'll get filled up with other ideas and desires. The mind cannot be made a vacuum. It cannot, right? And if I tell you just sit quietly, just don't do anything, how long can you sit? You may sit, maybe you've practiced and maybe you can sit for 5 minutes. Beyond that, the mind is continuously working and your thought process is continuously working for doing an activity. So you cannot sit quietly. That is not under our control, because it is a property of the soul that it has to do something. And here we are saying, do it for Krishna as a service. That is what we are saying. Purifies the heart. It cleanses the heart. When you do things for Krishna, you don't have any malicious thoughts in your brain, or duplicity you don't have, or diplomatic you're not. Even while, serving somebody, your family or your friends or in the company, you will do it honestly and still be happy, right? That is why it purifies the heart. Here, when you do it, when you renounce it, then what happens? Stopgap solution. For some time you can renounce and say, I don't want to do this. Although your heart is saying you want to do it, you'll say, I will restrain myself from doing it. It is just for a time being. immediately you will go back with more force to do it because you have a desire to do it, right? And that is why it is impure, doesn't purify the heart, because in the heart is saying something but the mind is saying something. It's like, outwardly you're trying to show that you want to renounce, but inwardly you have the desire to hold on to it. Joyful process because the senses are engaged. See, the senses, rishikena sevaya uchate. That means the senses, when it is engaged in the Lord's service, it is a perfection of the senses also. See, today you have your senses, especially the tongue or the sight, you think, okay? You want to eat some good food or you want to see something beautiful. But immediately there is a reaction because you're eating all palatable food, you may have health upset or a stomach upset, right? And because you're trying to see some nice things all the time, you're going out to movies, you're doing that and this, there is tiredness in your body, there is something going on in your body, and it is very short lived. That will not give you eternal peace. After coming back, you'll feel more frustrated. You want to see one more movie. You want to see one more movie. It's like that. It goes on. I mean, it goes on. The cycle is never complete. So the senses, when it is engaged in Krishna service, even for 1 minute, if it is engaged also, the peace and happiness that you get is very good. That's why we say the senses should be employed in Krishna service. It should not be employed for your own service. The minute you employ it for your own service, for that minute it will be okay. The next minute only it will be frustrated. Struggles, senses negated. In renunciation, you are saying, I will pull all my senses inside. Although the senses is saying you want to eat gulab jamun, palatable food, but you're saying, I'll restrain my senses. I will not eat gulab jamun. I want to renounce gulab jamun. You cannot do it because your mind is, the minute you say, I want to renounce gulab jamun, mind is always thinking. If you say no to the mind will always contemplate on that. Instead, make it a prasadam and eat. You're enjoying also. You're enjoying your senses also, and at the same time you're in devotion also. So that is the trick or the knack. Complete renunciation. Why is it complete renunciation? This is a very beautiful instance which happened with Prabhupada. Prabhupada gives in one of the lectures that a person keeps saying, I renounce that, I renounce this and everything, right? How did you renounce? It is like going and saying, say your brother or sister, okay? This is a very funny incident that Prabhupada gave us. Say there is a plot in your brother's name, or there is a house in your brother's name or sister's name. You go and say, I'm renouncing this. I don't want this. It is not yours to begin with. That house was never yours. What are you saying? I don't want this. I'm renouncing this house. It's not yours. In the same way, anything that you renounce in this world, to begin with, it never belonged to you. It all belongs to Krishna. If it all belongs to Krishna, what are you renouncing? Right? So that is why this is complete renunciation, because we make Krishna the owner for everything in devotion. But here it is incomplete because the mind is still desiring, and from mouth you're saying, I'm renouncing. Then quickly attain the supreme. Here it is a very easy path because there is no stickiness. You're in a flight, you're reaching that destination of perfection quickly. Here you'll take many births. Now you'll do renunciation in this birth, then you will understand renunciation, and you have to perfect it in this life. Renunciation, if you do the way the other yogis and gnanis are doing, you have to perfect it in this life. If you don't perfect it, next janma you have to start all over again. But devotion is not like that. If you left off the queue in the first grade, you come back to second grade in the next janma. But here renunciation, you have to be born, you have to learn ABCD, and then you have to go forward, right? That is why it takes longer time, and it is not a perfect path. Like all roads don't lead to the same destination, we said. This renunciation is not the right way, because the destination is different. You will go to the Brahma Jyoti, or you will go to the Paramatma realization. Like yesterday I said, the first sun goes and tells it is a light, second sun goes and tells it is a light and sound. You will only reach up to that, and that is not complete. There is a propensity that you will go back to zero with that. But when you see the train and get into the train, that is perfect, and you will not go back in that's perfect understanding. And that is where we have to come. This path will only lead you all the way to the light and the sound. It will not lead you to the train. Okay, how to act in karma yoga. Now Krishna said stay in this world and perform activity. Now he is giving us the essence how to perform that activity. Work becomes yoga and worship. Work is worship. We have that saying in India, right? But we did not understand it. We thought, okay, we will work very hard because work is worship. No, we have to engage all our senses, thinking that we are doing a worship to Krishna. All the benefit that I'm getting or the result that I'm getting, I'm giving it to Krishna. I'm working for Krishna. I'm doing it for Krishna. That mentality should be there. Work is worship, that statement is correct. But the understanding behind that, at least I did not have till I could come to Krishna consciousness. Keeping mind and senses in control. How do you control this? Because if you don't do it as a worship, you will have attachment to that work. You will have attachment to the name and fame that you get from that work. You will have an attachment for the material gain or benefit you get from that work. But when you do it for Krishna, then the senses say, Krishna is a proprietor. He is going to get it, right? Then that way you can control it. Otherwise, it is very, very difficult to control it. Act without attachment or no desire for results. This is what I was trying to say. You don't have attachment to the results of it. You're doing it for Krishna. For example, when you're taking care of your child, how many of us think that the child is going to grow up and take care of me? We should not think in that sense and take care of our children. We should take care of our children because Krishna has given. Go to a person who doesn't have a child and look at their pain. Krishna mercifully has not given us that pain. For that gratitude, we have to take care of our children, not to think that the children will take care of me today. No, Krishna is the one who is going to take care of you, not your child. Krishna is the one who is going to take care of you. That you should remember. So if Krishna is the one who is going to take care of me in the future, we have to do it for Krishna. And what is Krishna expecting you to do? He's asking you to serve your child. So that's why we are doing it. Okay. Act with body, mind, and senses only for the purpose of purification. You're engaging all these things just to purify it so that it can be used in Krishna's service, not for your own use. It may seem a very difficult task in the beginning, but through practice and through going through the regulative principles that we have, automatically the senses will fall in line. See, many millions of janmas we've let it go however it wanted, and now to suddenly control it may be difficult, but through practice it can be done. Okay, that is what Krishna says. Result of such work: brahmanya adaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti ha lipyate nasa papena padmapatra ivambasa. One who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the results unto the Supreme Lord, is unaffected by sinful action, as a lotus leaf is untouched by water. See, if you look at this lotus, right, the water stays on it, but it doesn't cause any stickiness on that. Right? It just falls off. It's like a pearl, it will just fall off. It does not cause any stickiness. Although this leaf is also in water, it does not get wet at all. Okay, and that's how we have to do karma. Yesterday I gave you the example of a tar road where you will wear rubber boots, where you can walk on the tar and that stickiness will not happen. In the same way, whatever activity you're performing, think how I can use it as a service to the Lord. Just by the conceptual change or the perception change in your mind and heart, for you all sins will be wiped out. Isn't that so beautiful? See, you're doing the same activity. You're not giving up any activity, but just that you're training your mind to think in a different way when doing the activity. That's all is Krishna consciousness. Changing the consciousness, rising it from the material gross engagement to a higher level. That is Krishna consciousness. And that is how we have to perform our activity. Performer is unaffected by sinful actions. Whatever reactions comes from that, Krishna will take it. Krishna does not get affected by that. But because on the order of Krishna that we are doing it, since Krishna has given us a permission, we are submitting to Krishna our daily report of what we've done. Krishna, we did this for you. We were doing this as a service to you. When you say that, I'll give you an example, which I heard a long time ago. If a person is working in an office, every 4 hours or 1 hour, just stop and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra once and say, Krishna, I'm doing this for you. Mataji, if you're cooking at home, cleaning the house, just stop for a minute and just say, Krishna, I'm doing this for you. That's it. Whatever karma was there between the last time you chanted and now is given to Krishna. So keep doing that at regular intervals throughout the day. The Hare Krishna Mahamantra, once, it will take hardly 10-15 seconds or maybe 1 minute you can chant. It will take only 1 minute to wipe out, and it is free of cost to wipe out our karma. No need of doing any yajna-yadi, no need of asking some astrologer, what can I do to improve my life? It will improve drastically your life, right? Is dear to everyone and everyone is dear to him. See, because we don't have any desires, we will not be envious of anybody else. And we will not have that attitude to snatch things from anybody, right? When we have that, we are happy with everybody, that surrounding, whoever is there, you are happy with them. You don't have any complaints about them, they don't have any complaints about you. That is the way you will establish relationship, right? Because everything belongs to Krishna. Even if they are performing well and they are in a very good position, all that also belongs to Krishna only. Yours also is belonging to Krishna only. Then where is the difference between them and us? Everybody are same in the Lord's eye. Then that automatically, that sense of jealousiness or competition is removed from your heart. Okay, it is all because of the heart and the mind. Whatever struggles we are going through in life, it is not what is happening, it is the mind telling you that this is what is happening. So if we change the mind itself, then we will not have a problem, and that is the reality. We have to wake up to that reality. Now we are confused and we think we are jealous, we are angry, everything. But once we wake up to that true reality, then there is no problem because our mind has fallen in place, right? That is what happens. Attains peace, no anxiety over the result. Always we are in anxious position. Why? Because we don't know the activity that we are performing, how is it going to span out, whether I'll gain or lose. That is causing a lot of trouble in our heart. It will not cause any trouble. That's what Krishna is saying. Arjuna pondered, how can I be detached from the actions performed by me? He's asking, okay, you're asking me to perform it very well. The minute I perform it very well, I'll be expecting some results out of it. And now you're saying perform it without any attachment. How can I do that? Now, Krishna will give the formula who is actually doing the activity. There are 3 doers, okay, for any activity. Say, for example, I'm lifting this mobile. Me lifting the mobile also, there are 3 doers. First doer is me. What is my doing? My part of doing? I desire, I want it, I want to lift the mobile. That is my desire, okay? And that is free will. Krishna will not force us. He is not telling us, yeah, have this desire, or he is not telling us, don't have this desire. We are at free will. What we want to desire, we will desire. So I am desiring that I want to lift the mobile. Then the super soul comes into action. The second doer is a super soul. Who is a super soul? Krishna is a super soul. As Paramatma, he lives in all of us. So Krishna is a second person. What does he do? He's sanctioning it. I think a few classes ago I told you the Paramatma's features are 2. One is Upadrishta Hanumanta. What is that? Upadrishta Hanumanta means he is the seer. He is observing you and he is sanctioning your results. Whatever desires you have, like a father fulfills all the desires of a child, Krishna is trying to fulfill all our desires. That's how we have to understand. And then the last one is the material nature. As soon as Krishna sanctions that desire, what happens is the material nature comes into play and it creates the situation and it gives you that result of whatever you're desiring. Because I said I want to lift this, my body is material. Automatically I'm getting the energy, that is prakriti. I'm getting the energy and I'm able to lift it, right? So this is the way to understand. This is in a very simple example I gave you, but everything in our life is because of this. And you may ask, Mataji, I'm suffering so much. How come? How come you think Krishna only did this? No. See, the suffering also, we created some problems. In the intention of the desire, we created problems for ourselves in some janma. How? We desired something, Krishna gave us something. When we did that activity, we did it for self. When we did it for self, it has two results, good result, bad result. That I have to only take, and that is how I'm suffering. Okay, in a nutshell, here a diagram is given. Jiva desires Ishvara based on our karma credit. Okay, without karma credit, without the credit, see, without having money in the savings account, you cannot spend money. In the same way, you have to have a credit of good karma. Only then your sanction will happen. If you don't have good karma, sanction will not happen. And then the prakriti will help you perform, because it has given you the senses. See, even the senses, when I lifted this, I was watching this phone, right? That senses was also engaged. For that, senses prakriti comes into play. Okay, Jiva becomes temporarily happy, but the desire is not satisfied and he wants more and more. It is like, the minute I satisfy this desire, another desire will come. I want that. Then Krishna will help, because he will sanction based on my karma. Again, he will fulfill through prakriti. Again, I'll have another desire. Here, there is a very beautiful story in Mahabharata which comes. Dhritarashtra, after all the Kurukshetra war, goes to Krishna crying and he says, what did I do? Why did all my 100 sons die? He goes crying. And then Krishna says, and I'm such a good person, I don't even have eyes, and I have not done any karma, oh Krishna, such bad karma that I should lose all my 100 sons. Then Krishna says, see, 50 janmas before you were a hunter. And when you were hunting, one day what happened? A lion or a tiger chased you, and then you went and sat on a tree. When you were sitting on top of a tree, the tiger was still waiting down to eat you up. What you did, you spent the entire night on the tree. When you spent the night on the tree, you were bored. Then there was a nearby nest. In that nest, there were 50 small birds. And because you had to keep yourself engaged, you kept poking the eyes of each of those birds. And I think the mother bird or he will poke the eyes of the mother bird, and he will pull the throat out. For just spending some time, he will pull the throat out and he will kill each of the small baby birds. And then you had a desire that you wanted a son. Okay, 50 janmas it took for you to acquire that pious credit to have 100 children as your sons, 99 sons and one daughter. It took you 50 births for you to get the credit of having a son. After having a children, because you pulled the throat of all those baby birds, all your children had to die. Because you poked and took the eyes of the mother bird, your eyes was taken away. So this is the essence of how karma plays in our life, right? And Krishna took both those, his desire to have a son when he was a hunter and his bad karma. He mixed both and he gave him the life of Dhritarashtra. Right? Krishna is very expert in making us understand what problems we are doing. We have to be intelligent enough through the shastras to understand why things are happening the way they are happening in my life. You cannot remember what happened in the previous janma. At least you can see your weaknesses and correct those weaknesses in this janma, isn't it? That is what it is. Then say in the last slide we saw Krishna approving it. Now we are going to see, if you don't have the credits, what will Krishna do? He will reject, and Prakriti cannot give you that. Okay, and then what happens? The jiva feels, oh, Krishna is not doing anything for me. I'm such a nice person. I'm such a nice person. Another person is so bad, but they are getting everything like this. But I'm doing so much of penance and austerities and I'm not getting. Jiva thinks like that and gets frustrated and angry with Krishna. But Krishna has nothing to do. with this, right? Whether good or bad, he has nothing to do. Desire is a culprit. Like yesterday also we saw how to purify this desire. A brush up of chapter 2, shloka 59, where we say Vishaya vinivartante. That means you have to get a higher taste. See, you can't curb the desire. You cannot stop. I love gulab jamun. I cannot just stop eating it. After a month or two, I will go and eat 20 gulab jamuns. That is how the desire, the more force it will come back with. But if I get a better taste, if I get an ice cream taste or something which is much better than gulab jamun, then I will give up gulab jamun because I have ice cream to eat every day. In the same way, all of us should start engaging ourselves in chanting and reading, and even little you start doing in a day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Even if you do that, eventually you will start getting the taste. 1 minute you will get a taste, 2 minutes you will get a taste, and that taste is so good that you will give up all your bad habits, movies, wasting time, talking, discussing unnecessarily. You will always want to do Krishna's service because you're enjoying that better. That is how we curb the desires. And without giving to Krishna, you don't want to eat. Almost all of you must be putting the prasadam to Krishna, right? That will go a long way. You won't even understand how, it will change a person, right? It is going to go a long way. Okay. न आदते अदते कश्चित् पापं न चैव सुकृतं विभुः अज्ञानावर्तं ज्ञानं तेन मुह्यन्ति ज्ञातवः. Nor does the Supreme Lord assume anyone's sinful or pious activities. Embodied beings, however, are bewildered because of the ignorance which covers their real knowledge. So, what this shloka is saying is Krishna is not responsible for our sinful reactions or sinful activities and pious activities. Krishna doesn't say, oh, yeah, go do a mistake or don't do a mistake. Krishna doesn't say that. Krishna is just observing us and looking at our desires and giving us pious or impious results. The result only we are getting because we are doing it for ourselves. There is a very nice story about it. I forgot which temple it is. It is a temple in Tamil Nadu where it is it was built by a robber or a thief. Long ago, there was a thief who used to go to the Lord and say, I am going to rob this house today. I will give you 50% of the share. So make sure that nobody sees me. And that day he will go rob and nobody will see him. So he will give 50% share to the Lord. Every day he's taking one house or the other, and then every day nobody sees him. He is able to successfully rob. The king of that land will feel he'll feel very bad because being a king, he's not able to stop this robber. So he will tell the king the next day, if I don't catch the thief, oh Lord, if I'm not able to catch the thief tomorrow, the next day what he does, he'll give 5 or 6 soldiers in every road. 5 or 6 soldiers are standing to catch the thief. Again that day this thief goes and tells the Lord, I want to rob, you have to help me. When he goes to rob, the thief falls asleep. Knowing this, the king is very disappointed and he says, what kind of a king I am? I'm not able to protect my words. So he will say, I will give up my body, O Lord. If I'm not able to find this thief today, I'm going to give up my body. Then nothing happens. The next day also, again, there is a robber there. That robber goes, again he steals, again everything happens. He goes and sleeps. Because he's been robbing all night, he sleeps late. In the morning, he gets up very late. By the time he gets up, there is a word out that the king has caught that robber and he is giving them punishment. Now this person gets worried. Hey, I am the thief. Who is the one whom they are arrested? Who is the one whom they are going to punish? So he goes running to the king, and then he sees that person who's tied to the pole resembles the Lord that he's praying to every day. So the king, he goes to the king and says, King, don't punish him because he's the supreme personality of Godhead, and I've been partnering with him and that's why he's come here to take my punishment. See, Krishna wanted to fulfill the desire of the thief. He wanted to fulfill the desire of the king. Krishna was caught in between in this transaction. So Krishna does not instigate you to do a activity, whether sinful or pious. It is up to us to do it. But that's why Krishna says, don't do that activity because there's going to be results of that activity, right? So finally, then the king was so surprised that this thief is such a great devotee. He gives half the kingdom to him and he says, don't rob and don't put the Lord in such a condition where he has to come for you. And then with that money, this thief is supposed to have built the temple, and the temple is also named very similar to Kalnayak or something like that. It has a very similar name. It is in Tamil Nadu. Right, so Krishna is very merciful, and don't think that Krishna will support all the bad activities. It is not like that. It is just that, you know, the love that Krishna shows to everybody, you know, he doesn't have any discretion, or he doesn't stop you. He says, as your heart desires, and that is the beauty of Krishna. He could have stopped us and made us do what he wanted. He is not doing that. He is saying, okay, you like that, you do that, right? And that becomes the factor for us to love him more, because he is not controlling us, right? Now, next sloka. Now, the second section, equal vision, right? Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmine gavihastine sunichaiva swapake cha pandita samadarshana. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned, a gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. See, it's very important for us to understand this, that a person who is Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, that means they are very soft, they are very educated, and they are very cultured. Such Brahmanas, such people, they know that, you know, a cow, an elephant, a dog eater, all are same in their eyes. How are they same? Because they only see the Paramatma in their heart. They don't see the present condition of that soul. See, you may be wearing sari, you may be wearing something else, right? You may be wearing a sari, or you may be wearing a shirt and pant. It doesn't matter. Or you may be wearing a body of a tiger or a lion. For a person who knows the real knowledge, everything is their brother and sister. How? Everything is their brother actually. How? Because everybody belongs to Krishna, right? If there is a person, if a father has 4 sons, the first son comes and says, this the last son is very weak, shall we eat him up? If he says, will the father say yes to it? No. Like that, even the animals today, animal killing has become so much just for eating the meat. Everybody are children of the Lord, whether it is an elephant, whether it is an ant, whether it is a cockroach, everything is a part of Krishna. So we have to start seeing that that vision will come only when we have the proper gnana. We are committing a lot of mistake and hurting each other, right? And that has repercussions. And we don't even know who the other person is. Oh, it is this, we just hurt them. So that is what this shloka is saying, which should be very, very, very careful, because everybody is part and parcel of the Lord. When we have that equal vision, what happens to us? We automatically become happy. There is no happiness and distress. Everything seems the same to us. And we'll have more tolerance. The more you tolerate, the more you will grow in bhakti. When I say tolerate, not tolerate injustice. Tolerate the situations you're going through. Tolerate the situations you're going through, holding on to the lotus feet of the Lord and say, Krishna, it has come through you. You give me the strength to bypass this. Like our Kunti Maharani, where, you know, with so many difficulties, she lost her husband at a young age. She gave up her 1 son, and then her 5 children, Pandavas, were left uncared. It was very difficult for her to care for them. And the Kauravas were always trying to kill them. Then they went to Vanavas. Then the daughter-in-law was insulted. And there also in the forest, they tried to kill them. After coming back also, they didn't give them the Rajya. Still, she said, give me more problems, O Krishna. Because the more problems I have, I am in the humility. That humility is there in me, and I think of you. And I can think of you always, and you're next to me. When I have problems, you're always next to me. She has so much confidence on Krishna. She says, the minute problems comes to me, I know you're there right next to me. Right? So that is why naturally tolerant, because the devotees will tolerate everything, not the injustice, but whatever is happening in their life, right? Genuine kindness within and without. It is not artificial. When you see the devotees talking to you, it is not artificial. It is actually coming from the heart, because they are seeing Krishna in you. When they do pranamas to you, they're actually doing pranama to Krishna. right? And they see Krishna in you, and that's why they are genuinely kind to you. Give up unrealistic expectation from himself and others. 99% of the time, we have some expectation from the other person, whether it is spouse, children, neighbor, parents, everything, right? We have expectations. Why we have to give expectation is Krishna has given me this is what he wants me to take care. For example, a husband may say, if I had a wife like that, I would be happy. Wife will say, if I had a husband like that. No, with whatever you have, you think from far, that is good. When you go near there, that also you will not be happy, right? That also you will not be happy. Your expectation is a model person, and that model person does not exist, right? Are you the model person? First of all, no. Then how can you expect others to be, right? Then peaceful existence, the minute you give up all these things, automatically peace is restored in the heart. Equal vision, we already discussed that everybody is in the brotherhood, because you're seeing Krishna everywhere. Look at this picture, you're seeing Krishna everywhere. If you're seeing Krishna everywhere, then how can you hurt one another, right? Automatically you'll have that equal vision towards everybody. Whether it is your child or the neighbor's child, you'll have the same, because it is also Krishna, right? Perceives everybody as a temple of the Lord, right? Next, this is the final shloka, and it is the most beautiful shloka. Bhoktaram Ignatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhrudam Sarvabhutanam Natva Mam Shanti Rachati. A person in full Krishna consciousness of me, full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material desires. This is one of the best shlokas, I should say. Why? The first line, Bhoktaram Yagnatapasam. That means Krishna is a proprietor of everything. Everything belongs to him. Whatever gain is there in this world, whatever goodness is there in this world, everything belongs to Krishna. So here we see a picture of Goloka, right? Where the Gopabalakas, they all get very nice food items, but they all feed to Krishna first. They will not eat it. Their entire day is going to the forest and eating their lunch. The mothers would have prepared nice meals, sweet meats, like, they prepare gulab jamun or laddus or whatever, right? All their intention throughout the day is to feed Krishna. So that bhav we should get. Bhoktaran Yagnatapasam. Only when Krishna tastes that, they will be happy. They are not happy when they taste it. They are happy when Krishna tastes it. And you have to remember that whatever we give to Krishna, millions and million folds you will get back. Today, if you put one fruit for Krishna, many births of yours, right? He will take care of your food. There is a very beautiful leela in this connection. What happens is, when Krishna is a baby Krishna, he's a very small, he's just learned how to walk, and there is a fruit seller who comes every day. That fruit seller, those days there was no money exchange, it was barter system. What the mother Yashoda used to do is, she used to give some food grains like rice grains to this fruit seller lady, and that lady will come back and give 2 fruits or 3 fruits to Yashodamaya. That day, Yashodamaya is very busy in the kitchen, and this fruit seller comes in front of the home. Krishna from inside realizes that the fruit seller has come. He takes a handful of grains and he starts running to the door. He is a small baby Krishna who's just learned how to walk. As he is going to the door, because it's a baby palm, all the grains have fallen off. He has 1 or 2 grains left in the hand, and he gives it to the fruit seller. And the fruit seller looks at it and he feels very bad that he has only 2 grains. She says she is in love with Krishna. Whoever sees Krishna, see, this is the Leela, the subtleness of the Leelas, right? That's what I was saying. It is very difficult to envision that. But when you see Paramatma, that Lord, your worshipable Lord in front of you, you will forget everything. That beauty is so enticing. She will say, it's okay. If you don't have 1 or 2 grains also, it's okay. She will first give him 3 fruits or 4 fruits, how much he can hold. Then finally, she gives up the entire basket of fruits. She has nothing else to give. She gives up everything and she takes that basket, she puts on her head and she starts walking. She has to cross Yamuna river to go to the other side where she lives. And her daily routine, her daily bread or the food that she gets is the grain. What she gets is what she eats. That day she didn't get anything. She gave up everything. When she is trying to cross the river, the basket becomes very heavy. You know what would have happened? All that basket is filled with gold coins. This is one of the Leelas which is there in Krishna book. It is a real one which happened. It is filled with gold coins. And that's an example that she just gave fruits and Krishna gave multifold, right? And even then, that lady thinks, that was my love, oh Krishna, for you. In return, I don't want anything from you. She dumps the gold coins in the river. She makes her basket empty and goes off. That is a love people have for Krishna, right? That we should understand. Sarva Loka Maheshwaram, because he is the creator, right, of all the universes. You see all these bubbles, this is Mahavishnu, and all these bubbles are his creation. And inside each of this bubble, there is another Garbhodakashayi Vishnu sitting. So that is what we have to understand, that he is the creator of the entire universe. And this is, you know, Suhrutam Sarvabhuteshu, he is a friend, he is a real friend. This is the example of Sudama. Sudama comes to Krishna to, you know, ask him for some money. When he comes to ask Krishna for some money, he doesn't have anything at home. He's very poor. So his wife would have borrowed a chipped rice from somebody else's house and she makes like a poha and she gives it to him. His dhoti is completely torn. In that, he'll tear a piece of it. He will put the chipped rice in that and he will keep it under his armpit and he will come. Because he's walked a long distance, the armpit, all the sweat and everything is there. So he hides that from Krishna when he sees Krishna. But Krishna forcefully tries to pull it and it'll all fall on the ground. And when it falls on the ground, Krishna picks it and starts eating it. Because Krishna is not looking at the food. Krishna is actually looking at the love that Sudama had for Krishna. And then he takes 2 bites of it. When he is taking the third bite, Rukmini stops him. She says, if you take that third bite, you will be so indebted to Sudama that I have to go as a servant to his house. You have nothing more to offer to him. I will have to go as a servant. So that is a love for that. This is the love Krishna has. And he makes sure Sudama has all the riches, but he never mentions to him. Sudama leaves and goes back. And when he goes back, his house becomes a palace. His children are all wearing very nice clothes, lot of gold at home and everything. At that time, Rukmini asks Krishna, why didn't you tell him that you gave him all the riches? He says, see, the riches that I gave is very teeny tiny. The entire universe that I have created, many universe that I have created has become very small in front of the love that he has shown to me, right? So Krishna is he feels a lot. Reciprocation from Krishna is a lot. And he is the only one who understands your desires and your heart. Nobody in this world can understand you except for Krishna. It's a myth that our parents understand, our children understand, our spouse, our friends understand. They may understand to a certain extent, but the real person who understands you is Krishna. Nobody other than Krishna can understand you. Once you know that he is the Yagneshwara, right? He is the one. All that when you know, then Natva Mam Shanti Rachati. Automatically, Shanti will be established. You have no worries because Krishna is there. You're not worried about, gain or loss. You're not worried about, something going to happen to you because you're depending on Krishna. Krishna will take care of you. When you have that strong faith, what is there to worry? Automatically you will be happy, isn't it? And you're not depending on anybody. You're depending only on Krishna. When you depend on Krishna, you don't need, see, there is certain times that your friends can help you, husband can help, family can help, and everything, wife can help, a husband, everything. But when death comes knocking at your door, who can help you? Will somebody come with you to the next chapter of your life? Not life, next chapter of your death. Nobody comes. Who comes? Krishna is waiting. Krishna is waiting. Krishna will not leave you even for a second. Whether in the next Janma we are all born as pigs or a worm in a stool, Krishna is still with us. Whatever pain we go through, we can still, relate it to Krishna. So we should understand that yes, we have family for now, we have to take care of them. Krishna has given that, all that. But our true friend is only Krishna. Our true, dependency is only for Krishna. Only Krishna, right? It's very difficult. They say, wife can come till the door, spouse can come all the way till the door when your body is taken out, right? When you're leaving this world. Then few friends can come all the way to the place where you are cremated or your final rites are. Beyond that, who is going to come? Is your money in the bank going to come? Is the vehicle in your garage going to come? Are your pets going to come? Nobody is going to come, right? Nobody is going to come. Even wives. There is a beautiful story that, a king had 4 wives, and he asked all his 4 wives when he was dying. Nobody came with him, right? Nobody comes with you. Even the most dear person to you cannot come with you. So that reality we should know, and we should accept that. We should accept that happily, that Krishna is there for me. That confidence we should have, right? That is when real happiness starts when you accept Krishna. You don't have to do anything, nothing you have to do. Just accept Krishna in your life, and real happiness slowly. The sofa example again. Just let him come and sit on the sofa for some time. He will make it all wonderful for you, right? With that, today I'll end today's session. We'll quickly review what we studied. Today's chapter name is Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Stay in this world and still not get attached or bound by the karma. How we should not be bound by the karma. What is the formula for that? Do it for Krishna. Work is worship, and that's not just words. In your heart and mind, you should have that I'm doing it for Krishna. People who renounce work or do work, which is better? Doing work is better. Renounce is temporary and it will come back with a lot of force. The destination is different and it will take millions and millions of years for you to reach that. And there is no happiness also, because you're renouncing everything. There is no happiness also. You're not happy here. You're not happy in the future also with that. Work is worship. We went through that. 3 doers. Who are the 3 doers? The Jiva is one doer. The Paramatma is the other doer. The sanctioner, Paramatma is the other sanctioner based on our karma pala. Material or Prakriti will implement it. Whatever Krishna has sanctioned, it will implement, it will happen in your life. Then equal vision. How do we see everybody as our brothers, right? How do we see that we are all children of the same Father, that Supreme Lord who has created all of us? We are all part and parcel of Him, right? How do we understand that, right? Once we understand that Paramatma lives in every single, it's not just human beings, every living entity, even trees, even plants, even ants, even elephants, everybody has Krishna. Outside situation may be different, but inside we are all the same. We are all the same, right? Once we understand that, it becomes easy to see everybody in the vision of the Lord, saying that, Paramatma, right? We pay obeisances to each and everybody, right? That is how we understand. And then we will not be able to hurt anybody. We will not be in competition. We will not have that jealousy mode with anybody. Then how is the peace formula established? The only beneficiary is Him. As long as Krishna is happy, everybody will be happy. I missed that point. See, when you put water to the root, right, entire plant gets nourished, right? Everything gets nourished. So in the same way, we serve Lord, it is as good as serving the entire universe and beyond the universe also. Because when Krishna is happy, He is the enabler. He will make things happen for us. But if we try to do it ourselves, if we try to make some arrangements for ourselves to be happy, we can never be happy. Because we are not in control of anything and we don't have anything with us. We are all beggars in front of the Lord. It all belongs to Him. So if you serve Him, automatically everything will be proper in our life. The same example of sofa, let Krishna come. submit it to him, serve him, make him sit on the sofa of your mind and serve him, right? Beneficial is only the Lord for all your activities. If you're gaining a lot of money, it belongs to Krishna. If you're getting name and fame from something, that is because of Krishna. It actually belongs to Krishna. Everything belongs to Krishna once we understand that. And he is the well-wisher. He is the only friend we have if we can understand that. And he is the controller, creator of this entire world. If we understand that, automatically we will be happy. Real happiness starts from the point we accept Krishna in our life and we start depending on Krishna. Okay. With that, I will end today's session, dear devotees. Let's see. I think what is there tomorrow? Enemy or friend? Who is our enemy? Who is our friend? We'll see. Ashtanga Yoga. Today we learned the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita talks about the Karma Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga. And the next 6 chapters talks about Bhakti Yoga. And the last 6 chapter talks about Gnana Yoga. And then success and failure. How do we understand the success and failure? And what is the destination of a yogi? Who is a yogi? We'll understand that. Right. And then there is quiz at the end of the session. Please do attempt that quiz. And if you've missed it, that's fine. We will give you another chance. I think I'll talk to the group behind the admin group. I think you'll have some more time at the end. But if you can finish it as and when it comes in, it is much better. Hare Krishna. Let's all chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then this is about the chanting of the holy name. Kaler dosha nidhi rajan asti eko mahan guna kirtanada eva krishnasya mukta sangha param vraje. That means this Kali Yuga, O Rajan, is a treasure house of all bad things. This Kali Yuga is. There is nothing good, but there is eko. There's one good thing. Mahaguna. What is that Mahaguna? Kirtanada eva Krishnasya. Krishna's name is there right now. And the name is all powerful. And one who holds on to the name just like the lotus feet of the Lord, Mukta Sangha, he will be liberated and he will reach that eternal abode. There is no more life. There is no more death for that person. We think that death alone is difficult. Even being born is difficult. Unfortunately, we've forgotten the pains of being born. And that's why we think, and death is unknown and it is going to come, and that's why we are all scared of death. But actually, even birth is very scary. It's very, very scary, they say, right? That's why doing this, we will not be born again. That is freedom from this birth and death cycle. That is what is going to happen. This is our Lakshmi Narasimha Lord in HBR temple. This is our Gandharvika Giridhari with Srimati Radharani from HBR temple. This is our HBR temple. Thank you so much, dear devotees. Thank you for staying along and being part of the session. I know people have answered the question. Transcendental knowledge includes knowing oneself, knowing the Supreme Lord and his opulences, knowing the relationship with the Supreme Lord. Excellent. Shreya Yukta Mathaji, can you raise your hand? Shreya Yukti Mathaji. I think she left the session. That's the perfect answer. I'll see who else is given. Varshini Mataji, the transcendental knowledge is about who am I, about the self and about the Lord and his opulence, about our relationship. Excellent. Chaya Ramesh Mataji, excellent. Knowing ourself and relationship with the Lord and knowing the Lord also. When you say relationship with the Lord, just knowing the Lord also. Excellent, dear devotees. It makes me feel really happy that all of you are, taking notes and, understanding the session that we are giving. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Atul Prabhu, over to you.
Hare Krishna, Mathaji. Thank you, Mathaji, for the wonderful session. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Do you have any questions on the today's topic?
If nobody has question, I have a question. You can answer it in the chat. I'm very good at that. If I get a time, I will just pose a question.
Yeah.
How many types of karma is there? Can you all start putting it in the chat? How many kinds of karma did we go through? What are the different types of karma? In the meantime, if somebody has questions, you can raise your hand, dear devotees. What I have realized, Atul Prabhu, that this group is very fond of quizzes.
Yeah.
Santosh Prabhu, you have your hand raised.
Yes, Mathaji. Hare Krishna, Mathaji. Mathaji,
Hare
this is not a
Krishna.
question. This is,
Yes.
please allow me to say this. I'm too small to say this, but still, please allow me. Today's class was
Please.
very mesmerizing. I didn't want this class to stop today. The way the class was going on, literally, we were totally engaged in that. Thank you so much, Mathaji. Thank you.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, thank you so much. How much ever you all enjoyed, I also enjoyed so much going through the purports of Prabhupada and trying to be present in the class. It is wonderful. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for that feedback also. It's very nice to hear from you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mathaji. There are so many answers, and
you want to go ahead and read, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Shreya Yukta Mataji says karma, akarma, and karma. Mukesh Krishna Prabhu also says the same. Rika Mataji is saying same. Then Sudha Prasad Mataji, is there a recording available from today? Please, yes, Mataji. I will share the YouTube link. No worries. Manju Mataji also says karma, akarma, and vikarma. The same is told by Varshini Mataji. Chaya Ramesh Mataji says karma, karma, vikarma. Jyoti Mataji is also there, having all the answers.
Yes. Okay. I was actually planning to do this. I will give it to Prabhu. Do you want to share, or I can share?
Yes, Mataji.
I actually wanted to read the last paragraph of the purport of Srila Prabhupada. Let me see if I can share. The reason I want to read it is it's very, very beautiful. It touched my heart. I thought if there were no questions, I will just quickly read. Does anybody want to read?
I can do it.
Yes. Please go ahead, Mathaji.
This fifth chapter is a practical explanation of Krishna consciousness, generally known as Karma Yoga. The question of mental speculation as to how Karma Yoga can give liberation is answered herewith. To work in Krishna consciousness is to work with the complete knowledge of the Lord as the predominator. Such work is not different from transcendental knowledge. Direct Krishna conscious is Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga is a path leading to Bhakti Yoga. Krishna consciousness means to work in full knowledge of one's relationship with the Supreme Absolute, and the perfection of this consciousness is full knowledge of Krishna, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A pure soul is the eternal servant of God as his fragmental part and parcel.
One second, Mathaji. Does anybody else want to read? I know somebody else. If nobody. Yes. Swapna Mataji, thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Santosh Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you for this opportunity. He comes into contact with Maya illusion due to the desire to lord it over Maya, and that is the cause of his many sufferings. As long as he is in contact with matter, he has to execute work in terms of material necessities. Krishna consciousness, however, brings one into the spiritual life even while one is within the jurisdiction of matter. For it is an arousing of spiritual existence by practice in the material world. The more one is advanced, the more he is freed from the clutter of matter. The Lord is not partial towards anyone. Everything depends on one's practical performance of duties in Krishna consciousness, which helps one control the senses in every respect and conquer the influence of desire and anger. And one who stands fast in Krishna consciousness Controlling the above-mentioned passion remains factually in the transcendental stage of Brahma Nirvana. Prabhu, you want me to go ahead with the next of the part?
Yes, if nobody else is there, anybody else wants to read?
I'll read.
Yes, Rekha Mataji. Thank you, Santosh Prabhu and Swapna Mataji. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. Rekha Mataji, please go ahead.
The Eightfold Yoga Mightism is automatically practiced in the Krishna consciousness because the ultimate purpose is served. There is a gradual process of elevation in the practice of Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. But these only preface perfection by devotional service, which alone can award peace to human being. It is the highest perfection of life.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rekha Mataji. This is such a wonderful purport by Srila Prabhupada. He says how Karma Yoga can liberate us. How just doing what you're doing, right? Instead of causing bondage, it is elevating us, right? And if you look at Gnana Yoga or Karma Yoga, by itself, it is also binding actually. It is not liberating. But when you add the bhakti rasa into that, it will just take you to a different level. That is what Krishna consciousness is, means to work in full knowledge of one's relationship with Krishna. See, you're not doing anything extra. All you're doing is you're adding that consciousness. In the consciousness, you're adding Krishna. You're making Krishna sit on that sofa of your mind, and that's all you have to do. Isn't that beautiful? Very, very beautiful. Every purport of Prabhupada is like a jewel. You keep digging. See, today you all read, right? Continue to practice Krishna consciousness. After 6 months, when you read it, it will give you more information. You will start understanding so much. You'll be able to read and enjoy the purport. That is how bhakti is. That is how devotion is. Because every day, I keep telling it in my group that it's like a light bulb which is covered by black paint. Once you start performing bhakti, the black paint, pieces of it start falling off. Then the light is illuminated. That is bhakti. Your Atma gets illuminated by bhakti process. And you'll be able to see the reality. And that reality is so good that after seeing that, you don't want to see anything else. Right? You don't want to see anything. And nothing else is worth seeing, actually. That is how we have to understand. Thank you, dear devotees. Are there any more questions? If not, I have another question for all of you. Of the 3 karmas, which is the best karma to do? Of the 3 karmas, which karma should we be doing? Very nice. Varshini Mathaji, Swapna Mathaji, Rekha Mathaji, and Shreya Mathaji. That's the right answer. Chaya Mathaji. Very nice. So all of you have understood, right? I was thinking I was talking to a black box. Sometimes I can't see any of you while I'm giving the session. Thank you, dear devotees. Let me know if you have any other comments or questions. Otherwise, we can wrap up the class today. Yes, Manjunath Prabhu also answered. Any other questions, any other comments? And all of you, please, my sincere request to all of you is chant 1 round, and Krishna is there for all of us. He's given us so much that, we can't even reciprocate. Give 1 fruit. From today, please give 1 fruit, little bit of milk, little bit of water, whatever you can, according to your capacity. Start giving it to him, and he will take care of all your sins. And it's not just the sins, it comes back in multifold. Don't have that intention, I'm going to get multifold, but just do it as if you're doing it for your child, right? As if a family member, he's a family member, you can't keep him hungry, isn't it? When you're eating Rajbhog, give 1 fruit to Krishna, right? So all of you start practicing that. Do let us know if you have any questions or comments. I think Chandrasekhar Prabhu is there. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, do you want to go through the prasadam thing?
Mataji, that we can take it during the 9th chapter, I think.
Okay. Because I think many devotees had a question about that.
Yeah, if there are any questions we can take.
Swapna Mataji, any question is there?
Yeah, on the like as I grew up on the food to give or give it to Lord, it's naivedya, and it should be done with a very purified way, both in your thinking and in your like muddy. That is the one thing that stops me from, probably because of the culture and my mom bringing and everything. So when you said that just a fruit, just a water, I just wanted to get that your thoughts behind it. Like, is that muddy? Is important
Yes,
that
I
level?
understood you. I understood your question. So you're right. We also do a lot of muddy at home. And when you're doing that, they say sometimes even rice is not good, because in muddy, you wouldn't have done it. You would have just cooked it. So Prabhupada had something in one of the lectures. He says this. He stands in front of Krishna and he starts crying. And he says, everything in this world is contaminated. Everything is contaminated. What can I offer to you, O Lord? Right? What can I offer? I'm still offering this to you, he says. So with that, with the mercy of our Guru Varga, we are not purified, Mataji. We are not purified even to go to the, I don't know, millionth gate of where Krishna is also. I don't think so. We are purified to do that. But because of the mercy of our Gurus, when we do Boga, Chandrasekhar Prabhu is going to talk more about it when chapter 9 comes. When we are offering the Boga, we are actually offering it to our Guru. We are not directly offering it to Krishna. The mantra is there. There are certain mantras we chant and we offer it to the Guru, and that Guru offers to his Guru. That Guru offers to his Guru. That Guru offers to his Guru. Like that, it goes all the way to Brahmaji, and Brahmaji actually offers it to Krishna. Having said that, you have, I did see your son, right, who was playing around. Your son comes and he has a dirty hand, or he's just taken a bite of a something, and he says, Mama, I want to give it to you. Don't bite it and give it to Krishna because I said that. At least that we have to maintain. But if his hand is muddy or something and he offers it to you, will you not take it?
Still take it.
Yes, Krishna sees the love. Krishna sees the love. But knowing that intentionally we should not go dirty, right? We have to actually have clean ourselves and have fresh clothes and then say, Krishna, I know, I'm not eligible, but I really want to offer it to you. When you say that, and what happens is we all do after a certain years, it becomes mechanical. The thought is not there. We have to keep it to Krishna, keep it. That's how we all do sometimes. That is also not good. Krishna is Bhava Janardana. That means he's actually looking at your heart. So you start offering fruits for now. In the 14th chapter and the 9th chapter, more details will be given. Onion and garlic we cannot offer to Krishna. Anything, no meat. Satvika food is what you can offer. If you're cooking rice at home, if you're cooking sambar, or you're cooking rasam at home. Rasam, many people think put a lot of garlic in it, not that kind of rasam. Just the, tili rasa, that, right? That you can offer it to Krishna. Yogurt, you can offer it to Krishna. Anything you cook. The kodabale you make at home, you can offer it. The gulab jamun, you can offer it. Rabri, you can offer it, right? And
Just like some people do, like before they eat, they keep one bite. I've seen some people doing that, and some people just say Lord's name and eat. Would that also be considered offering to God? Like physically should
No.
be.
No. See, the minute you put it to your plate, then you're saying, Krishna, take it. That is not the right way. Especially Suranath Prabhu told me a couple of times, the minute you put it into your plate, the intention is you're going to eat. How can you offer that to Krishna? Right? The intention is gone there. And a clean plate. It should not be a plate which you've already eaten in that. Get a new pot or a plate, and then you can offer it. Or you can use those patra. In some temples, they use that patra bowl, right? Bowl or
Yeah.
plate. You can use that and throw it away every day, right? I'm thinking of
Yeah.
Kolavich Sridhar when I think of that, We'll come to that. All of you join the
Yeah.
class regularly after this. Immediately my mind went to Kolavich Sridhar from Chaitanya Charitamrita when I was telling that, because he served the Lord with the banana leaf and bananas. Yes, Chandrasekhar Prabhu, sorry.
Yeah, so the other thing is like if you are not able to use the new plates, you can also use the gomutra to clean it before using it. So that's also is fine till the time you get the new plates. Yeah, and like you said, right? So some people are keeping one this thing outside, and also actually in this Krishna consciousness, even while preparing, also you are not supposed to taste it also. So if you taste also, it's not a prasadam. So that's how it is. So yeah, we'll understand more in the chapter 9. So for now, you can keep banana and milk with tulsi along with that, and just pray, request God to take it and say Hare Krishna Mahamantra for now. So we'll explain more about the different mantras that we say before offering the food in the chapter 9. So till that time, just keep and just pray for God to accept it. That's it.
Yes, thank
And
you so
we
much,
can,
Chandrasekhar Prabhu. Yeah,
you can
thank you
chant
so
one
much.
time Hare Krishna Mahamantra if you have time. Otherwise, like you can say 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra and then leave it for 5 minutes and then take it and you can accept that.
So bottom line, Mathaji, Swapna Mathaji, it is a kind of muddy where the consciousness muddy is there here. Not only the physical muddy, consciousness muddy is also there, where we think about Krishna. Like Prabhu was saying, that was a very important point, where you don't taste the food. If salt is less, Hare Krishna, we also consume that only. So be very careful. Instead of putting sugar, if you put salt, Hare Krishna. You have to eat it, because Krishna ate it, you also have to eat it. So very, very
with mercy of
important.
Radharani, actually, when in sometimes even if you don't put salt, when once it is offered, when you taste it, you will have a salt feeling there. Like so that correction is
Exactly.
made.
Exactly. That's a very
That much.
beautiful one. Very beautiful one. So I have seen this. I was actually telling in my group before. I'm not such a good cook, but when I take the prasadam tastes so good. I keep thinking, did I cook this? It's not me, because Krishna tasted it. That taste has enhanced. It has enhanced, and Krishna makes it good. Krishna really makes it good. Like Prabhu said, some days we would have put less salt, but when you try to taste the prasadam, salt is perfect. How is that possible? How is that possible? Very beautiful things, Chandrasekhar Prabhu. Thank you for adding those things. So, Swapna Mataji, I hope you got the answer. Offer
Yeah, thank
everything
you so
that you
much.
have. Yeah, I offer everything that you are eating except for onion, garlic, and no meat to Krishna, and enjoy the prasadam. He will make sure the taste enhances at home. Right? Yes. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Over to you,
Krishna
Atul
Mataji,
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.